Okay, don't say anything dirty.
Oh, okay. So
Where is everybody?
Well, it's Sunday. Baseball is over, and we're the remains.
It doesn't seem over to me.
It's not over, but
It's never over for us.
The podcast season only goes so long, but we're more than a podcast because people come here to get away from what's going on in the world. And the friendships that we have made here at this chat room, phenomenal. So, look, anybody who wants to take a day off, takes the day off. The only ones who are not allowed to take a day off is the Roto Lady and the Legend. Okay? Although we did take off
yesterday.
A series of complications came up. We couldn't make it. And
it wasn't complications. It was Yom Kippur.
Well, yeah, it was Yom Kippur. And it was just too much to do. Anyway, that took care of that. Now we're on to today. Chat room looks like it's filling up a little bit. A lot of guests coming in, but we are ready to go. And let's take a look at. Still got a minute left before the actual starting time, and let's see if we can fill up the chat room. Call everybody. Tell them to come on down.
Tommy Johnson.
Tommy Johnson is here. Send some emails out. Get everybody in here, okay? If we don't draw a crowd, it's ridiculous. Andy and I, we get up. Now,
we're going to do it anyway because...
Yes, now people don't realize this. But
yes, they do.
The podcast, to develop the podcast is the tough part. Andy, if you didn't know it or not, she takes part in every podcast, whether she's on the air or not. She takes part in developing the podcast and getting all the information, and for that we get up at 5 o'clock. And you know, some people call us crazy, but when you get up in the morning at 5 o'clock, you're not crazy if you do it for $25. But people think you're crazy if you don't get paid.
We get paid.
We get paid in different ways. And look, there you go. Chat room is here.
Turd is here.
King
Tommy Johnson is here.
We get paid by seeing our friends every morning and by doing something that we love.
Yes.
Try it sometime. Do something you love, and don't worry about how much you're getting paid for it. Okay, it's a phenomenon. Many people never experience that. So there you go. All right, what are you trying to do?
Get your note. You don't have anything up.
Yes, I do. Sunday, it says. There you go. Okay.
So the Padres. Okay, I wish Malpal was here.
He is. Well, he's not here. He's
not here. But
I thought he was here.
He's probably
Triple Play is here. SM King Turd is here. And away we go. So what were you saying about the Padres?
The vultures are out there saying that everybody was cursing at each other in the dugout in the clubhouse, but I don't believe that because I don't believe a dang word these vultures say. Anyways, the point is, if they were cursing each other out, they deserve it because the Padres didn't score a run for 27 consecutive innings to end their season. Now, we talked about the fact that the Guardians, they set a postseason record by going 20 straight innings without scoring a run.
Wow.
But the Padres came back yesterday and broke that record by going 24 straight innings without a run. And yes, Rotorius, let's go Mets. Good morning to Stevie O. Good morning to Boston Paul, Tommy Johnson, James K, Rotorius, and am I missing someone? And Triple Play. Good morning to Triple Play.
Good morning, and
Mitchell. Good morning to Mitchell.
Holy
good morning
cow.
to Turd.
Andy, the chat room.
The day is not complete without saying turd.
Yeah, that's right. In many ways, shape, or form. Okay?
In more ways than one, right? And Laura, whoopee. I'm so glad Laura's here.
This is fantastic, all right?
Laura and Mary, two huge Mets fans, okay? We got the Mets fans up and at them today. I'm not surprised that the Padres fans are sleeping in, but where's Danny, the pesky damn Dodger fan?
We're going to be so happy that Andy and I may wind up talking to each other the rest of the day. I don't know.
Doubt it.
It didn't happen. All right, look. So let me ask you, what do you think is more important? Let's get the chat room involved. Here's the question for the chat room, and it's interesting.
Sorry, Rotorius, for your loss. We are all here for you if you need a friend. Right, Leonard?
What do you think is more exciting? And this is a tough one. The walk-off home run in baseball or the Hail Mary pass in football.
Well, for
how
me, there's no question what's
the
better.
walk-off home run or the Hail Mary touchdown pass for football.
Leonard, come on, man.
It's close.
No, it isn't. It's the walk-off homer, right, Laura?
Leonard Donaldson is here.
It's
Good
the
morning.
walk-off homer by
Andy
Pete
says
Alonso.
The walk-off homer
Preferably.
is more exciting than the Hail Mary.
Good morning to Leonard Donaldson.
You know what a Hail Mary is?
Yes, it's that pass that they throw it all the way down the field for a touchdown.
And they're just throwing it down, and hopefully somebody catches it. All right.
But I'm not a football fan, okay? I think football's horrible for these brains. They causes CTE, these guys.
Well, what happened to Rotorius?
He's here. He lost his in-law. There's a funeral tomorrow.
Oh, you did? All right. What can we say? Sorry about that, Rotorius.
Condolences, like Tommy Johnson said,
That's
and
right.
we're here for you if you need
That's
a friend
right.
every day of the week.
And
Lenny's here. You can call him anytime. 631-406-7141, right?
That's right, and you can adopt us as part of your family. Okay?
Yep.
There you go. Laura is here. Leonard Donaldson is here. Baseball is better than football, Rotorius has to say.
Hey,
okay?
Triple C says that the Arizona Fall Leagues are on TV for free on MLB.
Oh, really?
Not on TV, but on MLB.com if you want to watch the Arizona Fall League.
Yeah.
Our friend Chris Gallo is probably flying down there now.
Yeah.
Or sometime soon.
I have no excitement of watching it on TV, but I will tell you, being there is a treat. You sit wherever you want. You see the players up close, and the fans are great. Anytime you sit next to somebody, it only takes about an inning and a half before you're having a conversation with the people next to you, right?
Yes, and you're friends with everybody,
And
right?
next thing you know, you're friends with anybody, and the next game you go to, and you see somebody on the line, they'll say, "Come on in. I got a spot for you," right?
Yep. All right, so we talked about the Padres. They didn't score a run for 24 consecutive innings to end their season. That's probably why Malpal's sleeping.
Yeah.
Now, Lane Thomas has the cutest baby. I know a lot of guys don't care about that,
Lane
but
Thomas has the cutest baby.
yes, he
How
does.
about when he hit a grand slam for Tarek Skubal?
Yeah, that was really good. So Lane Thomas hits a grand slam off Tarek Skubal. The Guardians, they've been winning all season with a bullpen that's great and timely hitting. They beat the Tigers 7-3 in Game 5 yesterday. So Cleveland moves on. Next up for Cleveland is the New York Yankees in the ALCS. These two teams have crossed paths 6 previous times in the playoff, and not only did the Yankees kick their ass last time, but I think the Yankees have pretty much kicked their ass every time they played them. Honestly, this is not a good matchup for the Guardians. They lose to the Yankees constantly in the playoffs. So tomorrow's Game 1 in the Bronx. And by the way, the last time that both the Mets and the Yankees went to their league championship series, there was a Subway Series World Series.
Now, do you know what the Subway Series was?
It's the Mets Yankees.
And do you know, and anybody in the chat room who lived through this like I did, the Subway Series in New York, especially when the Mets came alive in 1962, 63, was the most popular thing of any sport in New York. The Subway Series lit up New York. Lit it up. The Mets against the Yankees. It was, you probably will, I haven't seen anything that was built up so exciting as when the Subway Series first started.
Yeah, well, it's not that exciting anymore, but people still like it, and it's always jam-packed, you know? And,
Yeah.
I mean, for a World Series, good grief. Laura, we might as well plan on staying home for about 2 weeks if that happens, because we're not getting anywhere by car.
There you go. Okay.
And
So-
Rotorius, I'm pretty sure you live around here, too. I don't know, but that's that. Game 1 tomorrow in the Bronx. Now, the Guardians are the underdogs. If you want to rank the teams by payroll, the Guardians, even though they've spent $109 million on payroll, And, they're going up against the Yankees, the Mets, the Dodgers. And basically, it's Cleveland up against the big dogs.
Yeah, Cleveland against the world. So the Yankees, the Mets, the Dodgers, and the Cleveland Indians. But when you talk about baseball, now I know Cleveland is Cleveland, but Cleveland Indians, what are they called now?
You're not allowed to call them an Indian.
I know, but what are they called now?
The Guardians.
The Guardians. The Cleveland franchise, one of the best in the history of Major League Baseball.
Do you remember Roger Clemens throwing a bat at Mike Piazza in the Subway Series? That's right. From Leonard Donaldson.
That's Leonard Donaldson.
Malpal's here.
He was there. He is. The great Malpal's turned out.
Condolences to Malpal. For the Padres going 24 consecutive innings without scoring a run, breaking the record, by the way, of the Guardians.
Yeah, that was pretty bad, all right?
Okay.
But Cleveland, when they had Vic Wertz and Bobby Avila and Chico Carrasquel and listen to me, Al Rosen, nobody knows this but me, okay? Even I don't know. It's very funny. I didn't prepare for this. And I can tell you, just when I start thinking about the Cleveland Indians in 1954, I don't remember the rest of their outfield other than the center fielder, but that's pretty good for Cleveland, okay?
You love the fans of
Jim
Cleveland.
Hegan was the catcher, and Cleveland was just the great Cleveland Indians.
And they have great fans, right? That's what you've always said.
We went to Cleveland, right?
Yeah, a couple times.
Yeah, we went to Cleveland a couple of times. Just a great place to see a game. And that's why I enjoy going to ball games. But I don't like to go to the Mets and the Yankees. Not because I don't like the Mets and the Yankees. It's not because of the ball. It's because I like to go to stadiums that I have never seen. And when I walked into Cleveland, I couldn't believe I was there. I've been to Cleveland in 1954. I remember it. I saw it. Okay? I was 7 years old, but I was a big Cleveland.
Do you remember when we went there on Trevor Bauer bobblehead night?
Oh, yeah, that was something else.
We didn't get one. That's a long story short. We didn't get one.
Yeah,
but that's
the
okay.
point is that going to new stadiums, I remember we drove overnight to get to Cincinnati.
No, to get from Cincinnati to Washington.
Yeah,
to see Jordan Zimmerman pitch.
Unbelievable.
All right. So the Tigers.
Daniel Ferrara, how you doing there, buddy?
Good morning to the Hoaxer.
Okay, what's up?
And I hope you changed your name back, Malpal, because AJ is now the failure once again that he always has been, right? Okay. I hope to see your name changed back, dude. Okay, the Tigers were up 2-1. They only needed one win in 2 games, and they went a combined 2 for 25.
2 for 25?
With runners in scoring position, they left 18 runners on base in games 4 and 5. Now, I know that Detroit Tiger fans are begging the management to add some bats because these kids, I was talking to some fans, Detroit fans at the airport, they were saying that nobody on that team is under 20 or over 25, which I find hard to believe, but I haven't fact checked it or anything, but these are fans of Detroit. So the point is, regardless if there's anybody over the age of 25, the majority of their team is very young, probably the youngest in baseball. Mm-hmm. And they do need to get some bats this winter. Help the kids out, okay? This is the time to help these kids out. And by the way, the Tigers have the 8th richest owner in MLB, and only 4 teams have a lower payroll than the Tigers.
Well,
are you listening to me?
Of course I'm listening to you. Who else am I going to listen to?
You don't listen to me on purpose.
I'm listening to you because, look, the Tigers...
Yes, Malpel says the Tigers should go after Pete Alonso, but I don't like that. I mean, if they were smart, they would.
What do you think the Mets are going to do?
Most of their damn payroll is spent on Javi Baez, if you could imagine that.
Are the Mets going to trade Franco, or are they going to re-sign him for ridiculous numbers?
Who's Franco?
Not Franco.
Lindor?
The first baseman.
Pete Alonso.
Yeah, Pete Alonso.
They can't trade him. He's a free agent next year.
But, all right, but they can trade him.
How can they trade him? His contract is over.
Well, let him go. All right.
Right.
What I meant.
Okay. I think they should sign him. But, there's a lot of ridiculous Mets fans out there that don't like him because he's a little different than your normal, average, everyday guy.
Okay.
But he's a great guy.
Chat room is really looking great. We really appreciate all you people being here, supporting us, and supporting yourself. There you go. Okay?
Leonard Donaldson brings up the fact that as close as Detroit and Cleveland are geographically, the rivalry has never really been meaningful because the two teams have never been good at the same time. We're talking decades of one possibly being good while the other languished, usually both near the bottom of the standings, and first time meeting in the playoffs, he thinks.
Right.
That's this time. So anyways, the Tigers...
I got one for the chat room.
1 for 12 in Game 5 and 1 for 11 in Game 4 with runners in scoring position.
Now, there was a special time where the Detroit Tigers had it over the New York Yankees. I mean, the Tigers beat the Yankees almost every time this particular... What's the matter?
Nothing, Leonard.
This particular pitcher pitched. The Tigers had a pitcher who dominated the Yankees. Dominated the Yankees. Who was the pitcher who dominated the Yankees? Okay? Subway Series. That's right. Could be. So who was the Tiger pitcher who dominated the Yankees to a point that the Yankees just had no chance to beat them? Okay? Does anybody know that? And I don't
Verlander?
No, not Verlander. He was a good pitcher, but it was not an all-star. Yes, Subway Series, Daniel Ferrara.
Lance McCullers?
That's when the Yankees played the Mets, and the Subways people would take the subway. Not the teams taking the subway. The people take the subways to go to the game.
Nobody thought it was the damn teams,
All
Leonard.
right, let's see. Subways. Anybody want to talk
Luke
about?
Voigt used to ride the subway.
Anybody want to talk about the pitcher who dominated?
Jack Morris.
No, was not Jack Morris. Okay. Wow, I thought everybody knew this. All right, Jack Morris is a good guess, but it's not Jack Morris. A dominant pitcher who became an all-star because he beat the Yankees all the time. Okay, and the Tigers have the, 8th richest owner in Major League Baseball, and with only 4 teams.
Scherzer? Was he a Tiger?
Who?
Scherzer?
Yeah,
Was
but
he a
that's not
Tiger?
the guy.
Oh. The Bird.
Who?
Malpel says the Bird.
Who? Friedrich? No, not Friedrich. Okay, come on. Oh, I can't wait. All right, need a gun to ride.
Jimmy Key.
Not Jimmy Key. All right, I'm going to give the name, and then you're all going to say, "Oh yeah."
Let him guess a little more.
I'm going to let him guess. The Tigers' 8th richest owner.
We already talked about all this.
But they're dedicated to Javier Baez. Okay.
Yes, most of their money is going to him.
No reason why the Tigers can't make a big move in free agency or in the trade market because the time is now. Except here's the Tiger problem.
We already talked about this.
What, you did? What did you say about
you're not listening.
runners in scoring position? How many in Game 4?
1 for 11.
And when did you say this?
And 1 for 12 in Game 5.
Okay. All right.
Now
let's-
beyond the question of who is the Detroit Tigers pitcher that owned the Yankees, we also have another question for the chat room.
One at a time. Let them get this one.
All right, they're not guessing anymore, so just tell them.
He was a curveball pitcher, and I'll give you one more minute. But first, I want to.
How about Emmanuel Clase, the coolest walkout and everything in baseball yesterday with the wild thing and everything? Emmanuel Clase with he had the yesterday 6-out save, okay, in a winner-take-all postseason game. It was the 14th in history. Okay, 6-out save in a winner-take-all. James K says McLean.
Nope, not McLean.
All right.
Now,
wait, let me
chat room. Who would you? It's your turn to pick, and forget about it if you need a pitcher or you need that. It's your first. Who would you take? Tarek Skubal or what's his first? Ellie De La Cruz.
I'm taking Ellie.
Ellie De La Cruz or Tarek Skubal. Wow.
Rotoria says Bobby Witt Sr.
Nope.
No.
I can't wait.
Charlie Sheen is a wild thing. Okay.
I can't wait. Are you ready? Everybody ready?
Yes, we're ready. Punk.
I don't think. And I thought somebody would get this. You ready? The pitcher that totally dominated the Yankees, and I'll bet if you look up his name, there's something in there about his dominance over the Yankees. Come on, Dan Petrie. Malpal's digging, man. Malpal is digging. Dan Petrie, huh? Alrighty. A good one. And Leonard Donaldson pats him on the back. Petrie is. All right.
Oh gosh.
The answer to the question of the Detroit Tigers starting pitcher in the 50s or 60s, whatever, who dominated the Yankees. It wasn't Jim Bunning. You could have said that. It was. Anybody hear of this guy? Wait, let Leonard Donaldson throw it out. I think he's got it. Let's see what he does. No, it's not coming up. Let's see. It is
in the 80s.
Frank Larry. Come on. Anybody hear of Frank
Where's
Larry?
Unholy Toledo today?
He would have got it.
Yeah.
Frank Larry, Lary. Look him up. He was totally dominant against the Yankees, okay? Wow.
So the reason that I'm taking De La Cruz, right, Turd? We're taking De La Cruz over Skubal. I don't even know if Turd agrees with me, but he's a big Ellie fan. So here's the thing. Ellie De La Cruz is the only player in MLB history. 30 doubles, 10 triples, 25 homers, and 60 stolen bases in a season. Steve-O says Mickey Lolich.
I got to tell you, part of the fun for me, okay, we need Unholy for that one, is asking a question and seeing the great answers that come up. Now, I know, Mickey, I know that Frank Larry was not the most popular guy, most well-known, but I'll tell you what, all right, 50, it's crazy, all right? 50s or 60s. I love seeing the answers. Everybody's got a great answer, but there's only one right one.
So who are you taking, Skubal or Ellie?
I will.
Malpal, I think, would pick Skubal. I'm not sure.
Well, an example, take a look at what Skubal did last night. Okay? Skubal is a good pitcher who's capable of being a good. Some say he's the best pitcher in baseball right now. But he has a tendency to get blown up. And that's not something I want out of my number one pitcher. Okay? So there you go.
So give me some love, Turd. Where's Turd?
Daniel Farrar's looking through his baseball cards.
Good morning to White Sox Al.
How about that? Good
Turd
morning
says
to Big
Ellie
Al.
for sure.
Big Al is here.
Good morning to Big Al on the prowl.
I say Ellie also.
Another local guy that's a Mets fan. Big Al on the prowl.
There you go. This is great. I mean, we're having. Come on. There's nothing better than the chat room on a Sunday morning. Ellie became the only player.
I said this one.
I know, but I want people to know I know it too. Okay.
Who are you taking then?
All right.
Are you taking Ellie? Since you just said Skubal has a tendency to blow up.
Okay. Now let me ask you.
Malpal likes Skubal, I bet.
Here's for the chat room another question. Okay.
Okay.
What's a completely silly rule, a rule change that you might be able to really think is a good thing for baseball?
Well,
okay?
Codified Baseball says he believes that you should get 2 runs for stealing home.
Who says that?
Codified Baseball.
Oh.
Codify on Twitter, X.
Yes. Well, don't give the answer. Well,
that's his answer. That's not our answer.
Right. You might be able to get... that's right. You get 2 runs for stealing home. So that's what Codify thinks should be...
wow. Malpal says Skeens. Paul Skeens is his number 1 pitcher for next year. This guy is an accident waiting to happen, but I also said that about the Oakland pitcher who never went on the injured list. So, there's that.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Skubal over 200 innings this year, 95 last year.
Yeah, that's pretty scary.
CBO wonders if the Tigers will slow pay him in training. I'll tell you what.
Like AZ did with Gallen, but Gallen was hurt, you see, and I don't know for sure if... I mean, it's a good point to make that he went from 95 innings to 200 innings in a year, and, if you believe in Tom Verducci's... the Verducci effect.
Yep,
you try to steer clear of that type of thing, but I'm not sure that even works, or, it depends. However, Skubal has been around a few years, so I think that jump in innings is not like, when you see a rookie do it, it's pretty significant. That's just my opinion, I mean, that's an opinion. It's not based on anything that's factual, just my opinion.
I agree with this, King Turd. I'm not taking a pitcher first.
Yes, me too.
Not going to take a pitcher first.
All right, me too.
As there are no dominant pitchers to me in next year's draft, okay? There's no What's his name? The lefty on the Dodgers. There's no Clayton Kershaw in the draft.
Look at Daniel Ferrara laughing about the fact that Paul Skeens won't be in Pittsburgh when they can't afford him anymore. But I could tell you where he's not going. To the White Sox, Daniel.
There you
So
go.
get your laugh on all you can.
And of course, the rule: stealing home should be 2 runs. Is anybody coming up with another rule similar to that, or
Do you remember Harry Chappas?
Harry Chappas? No, I don't.
He was the 80s White Sox.
No, I don't.
He died,
remember.
apparently.
Oh,
So,
I'm sorry about that.
so what are we talking about? Blake Trinan?
Yeah, he had an unforgettable couple of days. He pitched Wednesday night, Game 4. Then he flew home to Washington. You know what Walla Walla, Washington is?
Of course I do. It's an onion in Washington. And Walla Walla is a place where all the onions are grown.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes, they're very known for apples, cherries, and Walla Walla
There
onions.
you go.
They're
That's a
sweet.
Washington girl.
They're sweet.
So he flew home to be with his wife, who gave birth to a baby girl.
Okay.
And then he flew back, closed out a perfect ninth inning to advance to the National League Championship Series.
The
What
Dodgers are
a couple
gay.
of days. For a couple of days for Blake Trinan, right?
The Dodgers, he is a Dodger, right? Is he a Dodger?
Who?
Blake Trinan, is he still a Dodger?
I think so, yeah.
I honestly have no clue where he pitches.
Well, you should.
I don't like the Dodgers, though.
Cody Senga will likely start for Game 1. The Dodgers have done it.
So what
But-
do you think? The Mets are gonna win with Kodai Senga? The Dodgers don't have a starter.
The Dodgers are in a lot of trouble, pitching-wise. But the Mets...
But they have Blake Trinan, who lives in
the-
Walla Walla.
And the Mets have 2 losses at home since August 20th. So the Mets are playing great ball. But
Yes, let's go Mets.
and the Dodgers have
Nobody.
Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Yes, he's been good for 4 innings, but they said, even Dave Roberts says that they might have a bullpen game or 2 against the Mets.
Wow.
That's really weak sauce, okay? Right?
Absolutely right.
I mean, this is a team that came into the season with the deepest pitching.
Mm-hmm. And
They got
so
nobody.
So many injuries. 631-406-7141. You'll get Andy. You'll get Lenny. You'll get everything you want that you never got before.
Yeah.
Okay? So, and since your teams to score first are 15 and 11.
Okay, what's the big deal about that?
No,
15 and 11. It's nearly half.
Yeah, I would think it would be better than that. Teams to out-homer opponents are 12 and 6.
Okay, so the teams to out-homer their opponents are 12 and 6. And last year they were 25 and 4. So
Wow.
it's all about the home run and the bullpen, right, Malpal?
Yeah, and 44% of the runs have scored via the home run, and that's baseball.
Yes, it
There
is.
you go. That's baseball. And, of course, there's a lot of talk. Jack Flaherty is supposed to start in Game 1 of the National League Championship
Jack
Series.
Flaherty.
But, okay,
He was raised by a single mom.
Michael King.
That was San Diego against Christopher Sanchez.
Yeah.
And Philly, Christopher Sanchez. I don't know.
Michael King may
This-
wind up
These
as...
two aren't even in the playoffs anymore.
Who?
Michael King and Christopher Sanchez are both out of the playoffs.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
But Jack Flaherty will start Game 1.
What
Oh
team-
wait, this is old too, because that team. Hold on a minute.
Well,
The National League Championship Series is now the Mets against the Dodgers only.
Oh, really?
So
Flaherty?
this is an old tidbit, Leonard.
Wait,
How
where's-
did that get in our?
Where's Flaherty? What team is he on? And the geniuses have gone blank, okay? All right.
What team is he? He's not a Dodger, is he?
No, but look
Are you
it up.
sure?
He might,
He might be a
He's a
Dodgers.
Dodger.
He might
Okay?
be a
He
Dodgers.
starts against...
Then he'll start against
I don't know.
Senga, Kodai Senga.
The last time
Holy
both
crap,
them-
we can't remember where Jack
don't know.
Flaherty. He used to be a Cardinal. I
Well-
think he's a Dodger.
The last time both the Mets and the Yankees reached the LCS was when
He's
there
a
was
Dodgers. Laura knows. She's
a
correct.
Subway Series.
Yes,
Wow.
we said this already. The last time.
It was so exciting, though.
Yes, it is. It's worth saying again. Okay, Laura? The Mets and the Yankees. Last time they reached the League Championship Series, just reached it, they got a Subway Series.
And
so
would
there
you say
go. They both won last time.
would you say that Tarek Skubal is the best pitcher in baseball now? Even though, does the best pitcher give up a grand slam?
Oh, he was a Tiger.
Okay.
Was he a Tiger? Was Jack Flaherty? Was he ever a Cardinal?
I don't know.
Damn, this Jack Flaherty's making us sound stupid.
Well, we are stupid.
Let's just move on. So Tarek Skubal, I think he's better than Skeens. Then Malpal disagrees. He says he's going to take Skeens as his number one, but he's probably not going to draft him because...
Yeah, Skubal and Skeens, that's an interesting one.
I know, but, Tarek Skubal hit Jose Ramirez yesterday to end his postseason scoreless streak at 17 and a third innings.
And he hit Lane Thomas hit the go-ahead grand slam off Tarek Skubal.
Flaherty's a punk, according to Turd, the biggest punk of all.
Okay. And who do you think... Who do you think is going to be the favorites? And this is interesting because we haven't talked about this in
Lane
years.
Thomas has a cute baby.
All right, very good. The Tigers' magical season is over. But next year, most of the people are talking about the Tigers as being the favorite to win the American League Central. What about that?
I wasn't listening to you.
She wasn't listening to me.
Okay. So what you said was when they report to spring training in Florida this year, they will be the favorites to win the American League Central.
When was the last time the Tigers were favorites?
About 5 years ago
when
or
they
6.
Had Willie Horton, Al Kaline, Bill Freehan.
No, Leonard. They had they've had good teams since then.
Good. I don't know about that.
What I'm looking at is the chat room.
Andy, look at the chat room.
I know, they're going on and on.
It's Sunday. It's loaded. I mean, come on, everybody.
The point is, Flaherty, the guy, I can't remember if he was a Cardinal or not, but I swear at one point he was. I don't know.
It's easy to find out.
Either way, the Tigers traded Flaherty away at the deadline and still made it this far in the playoffs. Interesting, right?
Okay.
So there's that. He was a Tiger at the deadline. That's interesting, all right? So the Red Sox, Boston Paul says the Red Sox will be making big moves this offseason, and I don't know. And Turd says he really wants Machado to body bag Flaherty. I don't know. Body bag is a little extreme, but, leave it to Macho Man to do the dirty work.
Yeah, not a podcast topic, right?
Anyways, here we go. All right, thank you, Turd. He was a Cardinal, then an Oriole, then a Tiger, and now a Dodger. So you can't keep up with some of these guys.
Let me tell you something. Everybody in history knows that the people on the radio, in spite of the fact that we're experts, it doesn't mean that you know everything. Right? Does an expert mean you know everything?
I'm not.
No.
I don't like to call us experts.
Well, whatever you want to call
us.
You're an expert. Let me tell you, we all know that you can't possibly know everything.
Yes.
So the real expert is the one who admits that they don't know everything.
Right.
The fake expert says they know everything. You know that can't happen. Anybody understand what I'm saying?
Yes, they understand, Leonard.
I don't even know
so
what I'm
Lane
talking
Thomas
about.
with a beautiful little baby.
Yes.
Hit a go-ahead grand slam off Tarek Skubal.
All right, that's terrific.
You could care less about that damn baby, right?
I could care less about anything but you.
Okay, the Detroit Tigers, all right, we talked about that. Parker Meadows.
Oh, my gosh.
He's hit safely in his first...
Nobody knows about this guy, Parker Meadows.
Yes, they do now.
All right, good. They do now.
Parker Meadows has hit safely in his first 7 career postseason games, tying Charlie Gehringer for the longest hitting streak to start a postseason career in Tigers history. He got into a groove from early June on. He was batting .273 with an .897 OPS, 13 homers, 12 steals on 13 attempts over his final 59 games for Toledo, but that was in AAA Toledo, before he got a late August promotion to the majors. Now, he had 37 games in the big leagues. It was pretty impressive on several fronts. First, he provided plus center field defense with 81st percentile arm strength and 90th percentile sprint speed.
He's pretty good.
He also stole 8 out of 9 base attempts.
Chris Gallo is here. We
Good
thought
morning
he was
to
in
Chris.
Arizona.
Are you in Arizona?
Are you in Arizona, Chris? Come on, report to us.
Okay.
Chris Gallo, Mr. Arizona Foley, of course. I've talked to you so many times about how I've met Chris Gallo out there. Let's see, and just looking at the chat room. The Trinan is a Dodger.
I gotta go pee.
What?
I'll be right back.
All right, we gotta lose Andy for a minute. The last time the Yankees played the Guardians in the playoffs, Cleveland had 18 hits with an exit velocity less than 80 miles per hour. I'll say it again. Cleveland, 18 hits with an exit velo of less than 80 miles per hour. That is, I mean, look, it's not a question of how hard you hit it, it's where you hit it, right? And that's what they're doing. Tommy Johnson, how you doing? I'm telling you, I am so proud. Look at this chat room. Look at this chat room. It's incredible, the amount of people we have who've been here from start to finish. It's unbelievable. Thank you for your support. And we didn't know what to expect today.
I'm back, Leonard.
She's back.
Okay. So what about the Mets? They're going to beat those pesky Dodgers.
Oh, stop it. They can absolutely hang you with the Dodgers. Their pitching staff is pretty rough shape.
Both sides have a...
Yes, you can't throw 6 or 7.
It's all about the bullpen. We need a bullpen, Laura.
Uh-huh.
Is the bullpen good on the Mets? It's not good.
No, the bullpen on the Mets is not their strength.
Well, that's a problem.
Okay.
Because Malpal says that the bullpens win World Series.
Well, he's right. But in this particular case, the Mets bullpen has been terrific. But the names are... Yeah.
Turd. He's like the Grinch stole Christmas, dude. Turd is.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Dodgers, take a look at these pictures, okay? First of all, Michael Kopech. He's a closer, but he's not been used in that role 100% of the time. You got Alec Vesta. He's a lefty. You got Blake Trinan. This is what they got. The Dodgers. They got a lot of injured players on this.
They sure
Dodgers.
do. Look at their injured pitching list. Dustin May, Emmett Sheehan, Gonsolin, Glasnow, Gavin Stone, Kershaw, they're all injured. They don't even have a fifth starter. So
Brent
that's
Honeywell,
what they're going to do some bullpen games.
Start Gatorol. This is
Let's look
horrible.
at the Mets bullpen.
And the Mets bullpen is probably not much different.
It's not.
Okay?
It's worse.
The Mets bullpen is worse?
That's what Laura says.
That's what Laura says. They have, all right.
They have Diaz.
Reed Garrett. No way.
They have Buto up.
Danny Young.
Ottavino. He's okay.
Jose Buto.
Oh,
no,
man, this is weak.
Terrible.
Ryan Stanek.
This is brutal.
Brooks Raley, injured. Christian Scott, injured. Blackbird, injured. Okay, but at least they have 5 starters. These guys are just holding it together. They have a lot of lefty love in Mets
and of course,
land.
Here's the question.
With their
the
Quintana,
Mets and
Manaea.
the Dodgers could use Trevor Bauer. Who put that question in?
Yes, that's probably from friends of mine.
The Mets, the Kikuchi and Hunter Brown.
Where did you
really
see
paid
that?
off.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's after SM King Turret. I can't seem to hone in on who said it. It's Malpal.
Yes, Malpal knows what's up.
Oh, no, it's Rotorius.
Rotorius knows what's up. He says Peterson is real important to the Mets, right?
Yes, he certainly
Peterson.
is.
David Peterson, lefty.
All right.
Manaea, lefty. Quintana, lefty. Lucchesi, lefty. Plus, in their bullpen, they have a couple of lefties. So, I'll tell you what. If the Dodgers can't hit lefties, that would be a wonderful thing for the Mets.
All right, let me be honest with the chat
But the
room.
Mets don't lose at home in the playoffs.
Andy and I looked at each other this morning and said, should we do the podcast today? Will anybody show up? The question is, shut your mouth, Melnick. You don't know what you're even talking about.
Yes, you should heed that warning lot, Leonard.
What a
Shut
great
your mouth,
chat
Melnick.
room. We thank you all. Big Al on the prowl, Chris Gallo. Holy mackerel, Daniel Ferrara. We got to see all you guys. James Capelon, Leonard Donaldson, Laura, Malpal, Merrill. Where's Mitchell? Come on, bring him in, Rodolay. Rotorius, Tommy Johnston, Triple Play, White Sox Al, Boston Paul, SM King Turd, Stevie O. Are you kidding me? One of the best Sundays we have ever had, and we'll continue doing it every single day. You'll hear more from Andy as she has established a presence that's beyond belief. It's really great.
Leonard.
Thank you, sweetheart. You did a great job.
Tomorrow's Christopher Columbus Day.
All right. Tomorrow's Christopher Columbus Day.
Mitchell, don't forget to say Happy Christopher Columbus Day
don't
on
say anymore.
Facebook because
say
we
anymore.
made a deal that you would.
Okay, now-
Is Mitchell here?
Here's the question about on Christopher
Merrill
Columbus
is
Day.
here.
Christopher Columbus. Name the three ships.
The Pinta.
Not you,
Why can't I play?
because you can't play. Chat room. Name Christopher Columbus's three ships. Okay? Come on. Andy gave you one. Let's see how good the chat room is. Okay? Let's see. The three ships by not Jimmy Key. The three ships used by Christopher Columbus. Holy cow. This is great. What a great
Merrill,
What a great way to end
Where's
the
your brother?
podcast.
we had Mitchell here earlier, and then Merrill came and Mitchell left.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yes.
I think they're the same person.
No, they're twins.
Yeah, all right, oh, good. All right, lots of Kikuchi. Who? All right, let's see. Come on, everybody. I haven't
James
seen.
K got it.
He did get it.
Yes,
where?
he did. In the chat room. Nina Pinta Santa Maria.
There you go.
And Malpel says the Love Boat.
Well, the Love
I
Boat.
watched the Love Boat on Sundays, okay?
The Love Boat is right here.
And we watched the Brady Bunch, we watched Leave It to Beaver, and we watched the Love Boat.
And leave it right here. Okay, Nina Pinta Santa Maria.
And
Thank
Gallo got it.
Thank you, everybody. And
It's Indigenous Peoples Day for the woke folks.
we'll see you tomorrow. Okay. I am sweating.
It's
You
so
know
true,
that?
dude. Okay.
I'm wearing a sweatshirt, but I am sweating because I put so much energy into this show.
And
I'm
we
not saying
love you,
it's
Leonard.
good. No, I love all of you, and you too sometimes. Okay, sometimes.
Most of the time.
Okay, we'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Have a great Sunday, as James Caplion says.
Yes, and let's go Mets!
Okay, we love you all.
Let's
Thank you.
go Mets!